In this video, we're going to take a look at the brand new Garmin eTrex Touch. It's a small, compact, rugged, robust GPS navigator with a colour screen. So I'll just run through a few of the features and then we'll take it out of the box and show you what you get with the unit. It's not a full review on the product. We'll start doing some product reviews once we actually get out in the field and start using it for real. So what you're getting with this unit is a light compact, only weighs 150 grams with a 3-inch trans-reflective screen. So the 3-inch screen across the diagonal, trans-reflective screen means it's really good to view in bright sunny conditions and all conditions. It does actually have an auto brightness setting or you can adjust the brightness yourself. It's an IP67 weather rated, so no problem at all, being used in all weathers. Only weighs, I think I mentioned, 150 grams, so nice and light and compact. And the size of the actual unit, it's only 66 millimeters wide, which is 2.6 inches. The height of it is 105.4 millimeters, which is only 4.15 inches. And the depth of it is only 24.6 millimeters, which is just under an inch. So it's a very slim, compact unit. One of the big features is it has a rechargeable lithium battery that will potentially give you up to 130 hours battery life, and that's with all systems multi-band turned on. So this device will lock on to GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, QZSS and Beidou satellites, giving you a really accurate signal, but still that very impressive 130 hours. If we use expedition mode, which means it's not recording as frequently, we can potentially get up to 650 hours. But I think if you just work on the 130 hours based on all satellite systems and multi-band, recording every 2 or 3 seconds, that's a brilliant battery life. And you simply charge the device from a USB-C cable that's supplied with the actual device. And as we'd expect with an outdoor handheld GPS device, it has an electronic compass and also has a barometric altimeter. So I'm just going to take it out of the box now and show you what you actually get inside the box. So I'll just move the box into view here. So we've got the unit itself. So I'm just going to take off, it's got a little cover on the front. So I'm just going to remove the cover on the front and then I'll bring it into view just so you can see what the unit looks like with the actual cover off. So the first thing I'm going to do, just bring this back into view. So I've just removed the little, it's just a little plastic protective cover. I'll actually go into the box first and we'll show you what you get inside the box. So there's a little getting started manual and a safety guide. And there should be a USB-C to C cable in here. This is for charging or data connection to a computer. If you haven't got USB-C outputs, we do stock in our GPS store a USB-C to A adapter, which you can purchase from our accessories. So I'll just move the box out of the way and then we'll take a look at the unit itself. So just try and get the reflection off the screen so it's easier to see there. So it's a 3-inch diagonal touch screen. Unit feels, it's sort of it's quite a ruggedized feel. You can see in the hand there, it's not going to be very big. It's only 150 grams, so there's no weight at all to the unit. There's no micro SD card slot on this unit. We've just got a USB slot at the bottom for connecting the cable. So maps itself, you can't put micro SD card maps on the unit. You have to install the maps onto the 32 gigabytes internal storage, so you won't be able to use the Topo Pro Ordnance Survey maps, but it does come preloaded with Garmin's Topo Active European map for all of Europe, and there's options to download other maps for other parts of the world. USB flap, sorry, on the bottom there, just show you that again. That's where the USB-C cable goes for charging or data transfer. So we'll just push that back down, and on the top of the unit we've only got the one button. It's a power button on the top. It's recessed to stop you accidentally pressing it. So before I turn it on, I'm just going to turn it around onto the back. So we now have this new spine adapter. This is the same one that we have on the GPS Map H and H1i Plus units that were recently launched. So you won't be able to use existing accessories with this unit, but we have in stock in our accessories. There's a backpack tether that clips on the back here. there's a bicycle mount, and we also have a little webbing strap that has a carabiner that slips through the little slot here. With these two slots, you could of course put your own lanyard if you've actually got a lanyard already with the units. Bear in mind, you can't use the existing eTrex mounts, but we do have new backpack tether, bicycle mount, and a little webbing strap with a carabiner, or you could just attach a lanyard to one of those little slots on the back. Just again to show you the sizes of it, it's a very slim unit. I'm just going to get the dimensions again. So the width of the unit is only 0.97 inches, so just under an inch, or 24.6 millimeters. Just remember again, it's only 66 millimeters wide, 105.4 millimeters high, and a 3-inch trans-reflective screen on the touch screen. So I'm just going to actually turn the unit on with the power button on the top. Little LED just flashed on the front there. I'm assuming somewhere on the front one of these is going to be the light sensor, because it does have the same as the GPS Map H and H1 series has an automatic sensor for backlight. We tend to turn that off and just adjust ourselves. It's personal choice to how you do that. So I'll just let this unit turn on. So we have got on here the pre-installed European maps. So the first screen it actually goes to is a home screen. What I'm actually going to do is just swipe down from the top, and I'll just, I've got the brightness quite low just so it's not, hopefully not reflecting too much on the screen. But you can see here we can tap on icons, we can swipe up to close them down. So I can tap on like the saved one here, that shows me anything I've got saved. It's a simple swipe to close down. It's nice and responsive. Got an electronic compass, hopefully you can see there without the reflection on the screen. So it does have an electronic compass we mentioned. We'll run through all the screens in more detail once we start using it. It was just to give you a feel of what the device looks like and what it's about. So I'm actually just going to close that down. So it's nice and responsive with the swipe. I'm just going to touch on the map here, and it's got a plus and minus on the screen to zoom in and out. That seems to be doing that nice and fast. I'm just going to move the map further away from where I am. This is the preloaded TopoActive European map. So hopefully you can see there on the screen, that's moving pretty fast there. It does have a little recentering icon. I'm just going to come around on the camera so I'm not in the way at the top left here. So that's now recentered it. Blue triangle showing where I am. So with the electronic compass, it means when you're stationary, it will, as you turn, the map will turn with you using that electronic 3-axis compass. We can actually, there's a little north pointer that you may not be able to see at the very top of the screen. When I tap on that, that'll actually put the map to north up, and then I can tap on it again to put it back to track up. But I'm pleased at how the screen feels. Just moving around on the map feels nice and quick. The zooming in and out again seems nice and quick. Swiping up from the top to close something down, I'll just close that. See, actually I'll tell you what, I'm just going to recenter that. Yeah, swiping left actually takes me back to the home screen, so I need to have a bit more play about with it to find, feel around how you swipe things closed and open. But if I open the compass again, I'm pretty sure, yeah, swiping up closes that down. And main menu icon, and we've got various widgets here. On the main menu, I can see it's got geocaching, so it is geocaching friendly. Sun and moon shows me what the sun and moon is. Again, I'm swiping left to come back out and then go back to the home screen. So it's just a quick overview really to show you what the device is about. So I think what we're going to look at this device when we're selling it, it's really, I think for someone who just wants that really good battery with something that's got a really good satellite signal where they can follow routes and tracks. It may be you're doing big ultra events and you're finding a watch just a little bit too small, but you're needing something that's going to go the distance with that, potentially over 100 hours battery, where you want to follow a route that you've been given for an event you're taking part in, and you can just leave the unit, of course, turned on all of the time with that battery life. I'm sure there'll be settings where the screen will go off to save battery. We've just set this one at the minute so it stays on a bit longer for the video. On the couple of pictures in the background, you can actually see an idea of what the compass pointer looks like when you're using it. This one with a red pointer will be where we're navigating to a point ahead, and we can turn the pointer to point to the top to navigate with. And also when you've got the maps on, you'll have your standard Garmin pink navigation line to follow. We quite like the idea of this new home screen that we've seen on the new GPS Map H series, where you can have lots of icons on together. So I can have the elevation plot, a map in view, compass bearing, and actually a couple of data boxes at the top, all on the one screen. But we'll do a lot more videos as we start using the unit. So you'll find this unit on our GPS store, gpstraining.co.uk, GPS store, handheld devices. And remember, purchasing from ourselves, you get a year's free telephone and email support. And as we start using this unit in the coming weeks, we'll put together all of our online training videos. I'm sure you're all used to seeing if you bought products from us before, to get you to grips with the unit and associated apps. So we'll start putting those videos together in the coming weeks, and then you get access to all those videos for a year again as part of your purchase. So I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.